Have you ever had one of those days where you feel like you're just a pinball bouncing from one thing to the next, where the day is running you instead of the other way around? Well, today, we're going to change that. We're building a new operating system for your life, a science-backed blueprint to turn all that reactive chaos into proactive control. Let's dive in. I mean, does this sound painfully familiar? You wake up, you've got the best intentions. You might even have a crystal clear to-do list. But by mid-morning, you're drowning in emails, notifications, and 100 open browser tabs. The plan? Yeah, that went right out the window. And you're just left wondering, where did the last 3 hours go? Now listen, this isn't a failure of your work ethic. It's a failure of your system.
And the hidden cost of all these interruptions, it's just staggering. Cognitive scientists have a name for it, the context switching tax. And the research is pretty clear. It takes an average of 23 minutes to get back into a state of deep focus after just one single interruption. Think about that for a second. 23 minutes.
Now, what happens when you multiply that cost across an entire day? The numbers get scary fast. Constantly trying to multitask and splitting your attention can crater your productivity by up to 40%. That means you're working harder, you're feeling more stressed, but you're actually achieving less. It's a losing game.
So where is all this coming from? Well, often the call is coming from inside the house. We're interrupting ourselves. The average knowledge worker checks their email 74 times a day. 74! In every single one of those little checks, it's a context switch. It pulls you out of what you were doing, and boom, that 23-minute clock starts ticking all over again.
So, how do we fix this broken system? Well, here's our blueprint. First, we're going to really understand the hidden cost of chaos. Then, we'll build a plan to win your morning every single day. From there, we'll talk about structuring your workday, automating your wealth, and finally, we'll tie it all together into your new daily blueprint.
Okay, so let's start by digging a little deeper into the problem. Because a reactive workday isn't just about losing a few minutes here and there. It has real, serious consequences that compound over time.
This constant chaos is physically stressing you out. Seriously, shifting gears all day long elevates cortisol, which is your body's main stress hormone. It also leads to something called decision fatigue. You know that feeling at the end of the day when you can't even decide what to have for dinner? That's it. And over time, it just erodes the quality of your thinking, making it almost impossible to do that deep, meaningful work you can actually be proud of.
All right, enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. The antidote to a chaotic day actually begins the second you wake up. A structured morning routine. It's not about being rigid or boring. It's about building a powerful foundation that puts you firmly in the driver's seat for the rest of the day.
And it doesn't have to be complicated. It really boils down to 4 simple, science-backed pillars. Each one sends a powerful signal to your brain and your body that, hey, the day has officially begun. We're talking sunlight, hydration, a little bit of movement, and the right kind of fuel. Let's just zoom in on hydration, because this is such an easy win. After you've been asleep for hours, your body is naturally dehydrated. A big glass of water first thing can literally boost your alertness right away. Pro tip, add a tiny pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon to help restore electrolytes. And please remember the golden rule, water before coffee. Get hydrated first.
And then there's fuel. A study from Aarhus University basically just confirms what high performers have known for years. A protein-rich breakfast makes you feel fuller, longer, and dramatically improves your concentration for hours. This is how you stabilize your energy and avoid that dreaded mid-morning crash that you always get from a sugary, carb-heavy start.
Okay, so you've won the morning. Fantastic. Now, how do you keep that momentum and focus going all day long? Well, the key is a super powerful system called task batching.
Task batching is all about working with your brain's natural tendencies instead of fighting against them. See, instead of jumping between wildly different types of work, you group similar tasks together. This massively reduces that costly context switching tax we talked about and lets you get into that amazing state of deep focus, you know, what they call flow.
So here are 4 really practical ways you can start doing this. You can batch by cognitive type, like do all your creative writing in one dedicated block. You can batch by tool, do all your spreadsheet work at once. You can batch by energy, do your hardest, most brain-intensive tasks when you know you're at your sharpest. And honestly, here's the real game changer, communication batching. Instead of 74 random email checks, you have 2 or 3 focused sessions. And guess what? This actually makes you more responsive, not less, because your replies are focused and complete. All right, now we're going to take this exact same idea, reducing cognitive load with smart systems, and apply it to another major area of stress for a lot of us, our finances. Automating your wealth is the absolute best way to build financial discipline without ever having to rely on flimsy willpower. Now, before you can automate anything, you need a plan. And the 50-30-20 rule is a wonderfully simple but really powerful place to start. The idea is 50% of your income goes to your essential needs, 30% goes to your wants, and then, this is the crucial part, a non-negotiable 20% is automatically routed to savings, investments, or paying down debt. This gives your automation a clear job to do. And here's a little trick to make this all run like clockwork, the 3-account system. It's simple. Your salary lands in one account. Then, money is automatically transferred out to a dedicated bills account and a separate savings and investment account. This simple architecture makes it pretty much impossible to accidentally spend your rent money on a new pair of shoes. It just works.
Okay, let's get into the nuts and bolts. The specific tools for automation can vary a bit depending on where you are. In India, for example, you have two main options. UPI AutoPay is amazing for smaller, recurring payments like your phone bill or subscriptions. It's instant and super easy to manage. Then you have NACH mandates, which are more robust and better suited for big, important payments like a loan. It's all about using the right tool for the right job.
So, let's bring this all home. We've built systems for our mind, for our work, and for our wealth. And the key thing to realize is that these aren't just separate random tactics. They are all interconnected parts of a single, powerful operating system for your life.
You see how it all connects, right? It's like a set of dominoes. It all starts with the morning. That intentional routine you build creates the mental clarity you need. Task batching then takes that clarity and applies it to your work. And the discipline you build there makes it feel completely natural to apply that same systems thinking to your money. It creates this amazing virtuous cycle of control and progress. Look, at the end of the day, every morning is a blank canvas. You absolutely do not have to implement this entire system overnight. But what you can do is choose your first, small, intentional brushstroke. So, what's it going to be? A glass of water? Stepping outside for 10 minutes of sunlight? Just taking 5 minutes to plan your day? The power to design your day is completely in your hands, and it all begins tomorrow morning.